Hey everybody, it's Mr. Cognetti from Citizenship Academy, and today we are going to be doing Module 4, Lesson number 7. We have been speaking about place value, and we've been learning about the tens and ones. Remember, we've started to draw our pictures using our 10 stick or our quick 10 drawings. Today, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be comparing quantities and numerals from left to right, meaning we're going to be looking at the tens place value first, see if that can help us figure out which number is bigger when comparing two numbers. And then if they're the same, we're going to be looking at the ones place. And then the one with the bigger ones place obviously has more value to it. So we've been, a couple of the other vocabulary terms we've discussed is greater than and less than. So the bigger number means it is greater or has a greater value. Remember, we've been using value when talking about money. When we have a smaller number, that is also known as the lesser amount or lesser value. I want you guys to take a look at these four numbers up here and tell me what you notice about them, okay? What's different about each one? Maybe you know how we're counting. Are we going up? Are we going down? All right, take a couple seconds and then we'll talk about it. Take 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2. All right, if you want to take more time, go ahead and pause the video. But otherwise, let's compare what you guys noticed to what I noticed. I noticed that we aren't counting up like we normally do. And by counting up, I mean normally we count to a greater valued number. But I noticed that we're going down. 40, 30, 20, 10. I noticed that this is the greatest value or the biggest value. This is the smallest value or the lesser value, meaning 10 is the smallest number up here. I also noticed that it's not counting backwards by ones. We're counting backwards by tens. If I were to go from this side to the left, we'd be counting up by tens. Okay, so then I noticed that, let me erase these. I also noticed that the numbers in the tens place, so the first digit in each number, is different. And the digits in the ones place all stay the same. They're all zeros. And I know to go from 4 to 3, I need to subtract 1. In this case, it's not just 1, but it's 110. Okay, and we're going to see what that kind of looks like in our pictures. And it went down 110 here as well. And the number 10 doesn't have any ones in the ones digit, so that's why our ones digit is staying the same. And we're going to see that with some pictures. So hopefully you guys noticed some of the same patterns as I did, because we are going to move on. Let me get to the page. Give me a couple seconds. Okay, I'm going to draw a picture on the board with our quick 10 drawings. Then we're going to discuss which one is bigger and how we know. All right, or first we're going to discuss the value of each picture. So I have a 10 and 3 ones for that picture. Then over here, this is my picture for the next number. So I don't even have to count all these up. I could go 10, 11, 12, 13, or I could just look, how many 10 sticks do I see? I see 1. So I'm going to write 1, and I'll make it like this so we don't think it's a 10 stick. Then how many ones do I see? I see 3. So we have the number 13. Awesome, my lucky number. I didn't even pick that one. Then over here, I have to count my tens first. Notice how I'm starting with tens. In one of my previous lessons, I say I always start with tens. We're going to be working from the left to the right. So I'm going to count tens first, and I see 2 tens over here, and I still see 3 ones. So over here we have 23, and over on the left we have 13. I want you to look at this really quick and try and think which is the greater value. Okay, take 3 seconds. All right. I think the greater value is 23. If you agree with me, awesome, you can give me the connection sign. I think this is the greater value. I started right with the tens, because we're always going to start on the left side, meaning the tens digit, okay? And I have 2 tens right here. So that makes 2 tens, I know, is 20. And then over here, I only have 1 10. So I only have 110, meaning no matter how many ones there are, I have the lesser amount over here because there's only 110 and there's more 10s over here. So 23 is the greater value and 13 is the lesser value. So I'm going to put greater next to 23. And I'm going to write lesser over under 13. Now, if I were to say this in a statement, I would say 13 is less than 23. And I would say 23 is greater than 13. Okay, those statements are what we're going to have to be working on in our problem sets in our homework. Okay, so this is exactly what our next one's going to look like. Once we are done with it, we're going to try another one. So give me a second. Go ahead and make sure you have a clean spot on your board or your piece of paper. And I want you to draw the picture that I draw. So let's draw 110 and then 5 ones. Notice I'm not drawing them in my 10 frames. That's okay. When we are doing our quick 10 drawings, we can go straight up the side of our 10 stick. So ideally, I could put 10 ones in a row and be the same height as a 10 stick or a quick 10. So I have 110, 5 ones. And then over here, I have 110 and 9 ones. Okay, so there's my 9 ones. So I want you to figure out which number or what number is each picture representing. Go ahead and take about 10 seconds to do that. Five more seconds. 4, 2, 1. Okay, if you need more time, please pause the video and then come back when you are ready. But let's compare your answers to my answers. Over here, I look and I see I have 110. So I'm going to write the number 1. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones. So that must equal 15. Then over here I have 110. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. So over here I have the number 19. All right. If you don't have that answer, go ahead and change yours and try looking at the picture again to see where you might have went wrong. But now we have to figure out which is the greater value. Once again, we are starting with our tens place. Is this my tens place value? No, it is not. The tens place is on the left, so we're going to start right here. We're going to compare that number to this number. Which one is bigger, or which number has more in the tens place? Or are they the same? They are the same. So they both have 110. Meaning they both are 10 or bigger, and they are both under 20. So we can't look at the tens place to see which one is larger. So that means after we look at the tens place and they're the same, we're going to switch to looking at the ones place. So now let's look at 5 and 9. Which one is greater or bigger? I'd rather have 9 cookies than 5 cookies, because if I have 9 cookies, that means I have even more than whoever gets those 5 cookies. So 9 is bigger, or 9 is greater. So they have the same 10 place value, and this one has the greater ones place value, meaning there are more extra ones, meaning 19 is the greater value. So if 19 is the greater value, is 15 the greater value or the lesser value? Must mean 15 is the lesser value. And if we were to say this as a statement, we would say 15 is lesser than 19, or less than 19. And then we would say 19 is greater than 15. All right, let's do one more. Go ahead and find a blank area. Actually, sorry, we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. I want to work on adding our pictures together into one. Actually, I'm going to start right with, no, I'm not. So I want to add 2 of our numbers together, but our numbers are going to be in picture form. So right here, I'm going to have 21 drawn out. And over here, I'm going to have 19 drawn out. There's 9 circles, okay? So this is 21 and 19. Now you might be thinking, well, these are some really big numbers to add together. They're both 2-digit numbers, that's hard. We're really not even gonna count on, we're just gonna manipulate or change this picture around to help us out, okay? So I'm kind of gonna draw brand new picture right here. I'll even put a black line down the board to separate, okay? So we have 21 plus 19. And I'm not gonna add them up in my head, I'm really just gonna start with my tens. I have 2 10s over here and 1 10 here. 2 plus 1, I know is 3. Or 2 plus 1 are tens place values. I know it's 3, so I'm going to draw 3 10s. Now we need to figure out how many extra 1s we have. I have 1 right here and 9 over here. I need to do 1 plus 9 or 9 plus 1. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 extra 1s over here. And if I have a full group of 10, that means I make another 10 stick. So all I have to do is make another one. And there's my answer. We're gonna add these up or count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So it equals 40. So we can use our tens place values and our ones place, drawings to help us solve bigger problems. Because we can see it. We start with our tens place, and then we go to our ones place. Notice how I counted my tens first. Let's try another one. Give me a second. I gotta erase all this. Try one more. Let's try 18 plus 9. Okay, and we're going to draw these out as a picture first, so draw them with me. 18, I have 1 10, and then 8 1s. Can you guys see this? And 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then over here, I have no 10s, only 9. So I just draw 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we're gonna add these together. So do we start with the tens place or do we start with the ones place? We start with the tens place. We're gonna start on the left. So we're gonna look at the tens. We have 1 10 over here. I don't see any 10s here. What's 1 plus 0? 1. So we're gonna draw 1 10. Now we gotta add up all these ones. There's a lot of them. And remember, if we get more than 10, we're gonna have to make another group of 10. So I have 8 right here, then 9, 10. So I'm gonna use these and all of these to make another 10. And now I have these ones left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's my picture. I have 2 10s, so I'm going to put a 2 in the tens place. Then I have 7 1s, so I'll put a 7 in the ones place. So our answer equals 27. All right, remember, when solving these, we draw the picture like quick 10 drawings, and then we add from left to right, meaning the tens place or the 10 sticks first, and then we go to the ones place or the ones circle dots that we draw. We combine it or almost smush those pictures together into one big picture, and then we put it in a number form just like we've been practicing. So great work today. You will be doing problems just like this on your homework, so good luck with that, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll continue doing a little bit more with place value. Good job. See you guys.